What's going on, sports fans? Welcome to this episode of BG Pick'ems, and happy Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving has always kept a special place in all of our hearts, tied to the NFL. Obviously, for the longest time, it was two games, right? The Cowboys would play and the Lions would play. But as of recent years, they've added 3 games, and now this will be our second annual Black Friday game this year. Special episode. Obviously, we have the Thanksgiving games, but also I will be reading off the Heels picks as well as my own, so we can kind of compare and contrast. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys. So very first game that you're going to wake up to on Thanksgiving morning is the Bears going into Detroit to play the Lions. Again, the Lions, a very critical part of Thanksgiving, as well as the Cowboys. The Bears coming off of, just tough losses. They just haven't been as good as everybody expected them to be with Caleb Williams, and I don't think that starts now. The Lions are seeking their 10th straight win of the season, and I think that comes on Thanksgiving. So go ahead and give me the Lions. The heel also agrees with this pick with me, and he will also be choosing the Lions. All right, next up we have the Cowboys hosting the New York Giants. Again, the Cowboys, a staple of Thanksgiving, and I am going to take the Cowboys. I don't think the Giants, I think they're committed to the tank at this point. I just think that they want a better pick. So for the sake of their pick and Big Sexy's hopes of getting a better pick, go ahead and give me the Dallas Cowboys. And again, the heel and I are 2 for 2. He is also taking the Cowboys. All right, next up we got the Dolphins. This is our late night game. The Dolphins are going into Green Bay to play the Packers. The Packers have looked really good. Miami, I know they're on like a 2 or 3 game win streak right now, but the Packers will be just too much for them. That defense is playing really well. The Packers are a team they're going to come out of the NFC North as a wild card. So go ahead and give me the Packers to win this game. And again, 3 for 3. The heel is also taking the Packers. Maybe one of these games will differ, but as of right now, 3 for 3. All right, and our second annual Black Friday game this year is going to be a stinker. Again, Kansas City getting 2 easy back-to-back games, although last week they almost blew it to Carolina, so don't know what to say there. Do the Raiders surprise everybody and give Kansas City their second loss of the season? I don't see it. The Chiefs will ultimately win this game. And again, the heel is also going to pick the Chiefs. Next up, we got the Chargers. And so now we're moving into Sunday. Sunday, we have the Chargers playing the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons have been on a slope, and for my sake, I do hope they lose because, Tampa should be able to get on a good win streak here. So go ahead and give me the Chargers. The Chargers have played tough ball. Jim Harbaugh's got those guys playing good. Justin Herbert's playing really well. And again, what was that, 5 for 5? The heel is also going to take the Chargers in this game. Next matchup we got is the Pittsburgh Steelers going into Cincinnati to play the Bengals. With this game, the Steelers defense has been playing really well. Russell Wilson has been playing really well. They had that Thursday night loss against the Browns and Jameis Winston in the snow, and I think this is a bounce back win for them, for the Steelers. The Steelers have just played too well for them not to win this game. Cincinnati has had their ups and downs, right? They started the year in a slope, and then they got hot for a little bit. Now I think they're going to slow down again, so they've just been so up and down for me. So go ahead and give me the Steelers. And the heel is also going to pick the Steelers, so one of these games we will differ, I swear to you. So just keep on watching. I swear it'll come. Next game up we have is the Houston Texans going into Jacksonville to play the Jacksonville Jaguars, and this is a game that we are not going to disagree on. The heel has Houston. I'm also going to take Houston. Houston is too good of a team to lose to a team like Jacksonville. I know they've struggled over the last few weeks, Houston, but CJ Stroud is still CJ Stroud. I've seen people call him CJ Fraud or whatever, but he's better than Trevor Lawrence is. He's better than Mac Jones. Give me Houston to win this game. All right, next up we have the Arizona Cardinals going into Minnesota to play the Vikings. This could be a fun matchup. This could be a really fun matchup. Arizona's been playing really well. I know they just lost to Seattle. The Vikings have been playing well this season. They've kind of hit their slump as well. I'm going to take the Cardinals in this game. I think the Cardinals have they're riding good momentum right now. Even though yes, they lost to Seattle, I think they are still riding a good momentum wave. Go ahead and give me Arizona, and the heel is also going to pick Arizona. So far we are a sweep. We are the same. I guess great minds think alike. I mean, but some of these games are just easy to pick. I mean, they're no brainers. Next game up we have is the Colts and the Patriots. Anthony Richardson coming back and playing. They had a tough matchup against Detroit last week. They only scored 6 points. I think they make up for that. I'm going to take Indianapolis in this. The heel didn't give me a pick for this game, but that's okay. I'm going to assume that he is also going to take Indianapolis. I don't know, but we will just call it Indianapolis at this point because we've just been on the same wavelength. So give me Indianapolis. All right, next game up, we have the Seahawks going into New York to play the Jets. The Jets are scrubs. Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell you how bad the Jets are and how bad Aaron Rodgers is. This should be a good game for Geno Smith to really build his confidence and go and get a nice 3-game win streak going. So go ahead and give me Seattle, and the heel is also going to pick Seattle in this game. All right, next game up we have the Titans and the Commanders. Again, I mean, these games are just kind of like easy, like one-sided affairs. I haven't really seen a game where like it's a toss-up other than that Cardinals game. I mean, Tennessee they lucked out. I don't know what the hell happened in Houston last week, but there's no reason Tennessee should have won that game. There's no reason for it. That was a lucky win. Give me Washington to win this game. I think the Commanders are a better team. They lost to Dallas. Last week was just weird for games. It really was. It was just weird. So go ahead and give me Washington to bounce back in this game against the Titans. All right, next game up we have is the Buccaneers going into Carolina. This is the start of our 4 o'clock slate going into Carolina to play the Panthers. The Panthers almost taking out Kansas City last week, and Tampa Bay giving New York what they really wanted. Tampa Bay should win this game on paper, right? We have a better team than Carolina does, but I'm not going to underestimate it because that's the last thing I want to do is underestimate Carolina and then get beat by them. So give me the Bucs, and I think the Bucs, have a pretty sound win here, but it's a divisional game, with as tough as Carolina played the Chiefs last week. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a 1-possession game. So go ahead and give me the Bucs. And again, I'm still rolling with the heel. The heel picks, we got the same pick so far. Here we go. Next game up, we have the Rams and the Saints. Rams going into New Orleans. The Saints have just been, it's tough. It's tough for some of these NFC South teams. They start 2-0, they lose 7 straight, then they get a 2-game win streak. So it's back and forth. The Rams, tough loss to the Eagles last week on Sunday night. But the Rams are a better team than the Saints. I do believe so, and so does the heel. The heel is also going to take the Rams in this game. All right, next game up. This is a game. This is the first game that we're going to have that is going to be a game of the week pick. Absolutely game of the week. It is the Eagles going into Baltimore to play the Ravens. One game that, people may say does have the potential to be a Super Bowl, and which it does. I mean, with the way that Saquon is playing and the way that Lamar Jackson is playing, the way that Derrick Henry has been playing. This game is going to get insane. This is either going to be a really defensive game or this is going to be a very offensive game. And I hope that it's very offensive because in fantasy, I have Saquon and I have Derrick Henry. So I hope they both go off for like 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. And it's just a back and forth battle between those two. This is going to be a fantastic game. The heel is going to pick Philadelphia to win this game. I think the Ravens are going to win this game. This is going to be our first pick against each other. I think the Ravens are going to win this game. I think the Ravens have home field advantage. They're coming off of a big win against the Chargers. This is going to be a fantastic game. Baltimore is going to be a tough place to play in for the Eagles, so go ahead and give me Baltimore to win this game. All right, the Sunday night game that we got this week is San Francisco going into Buffalo to play the Bills. This is a game I think Brock Purdy might be out again. No Nick Bosa on defense. No Trent Williams for them. Not confirmed, but pretty sure they won't play. Yeah, Buffalo should be able to win this game. I mean, Buffalo is a tough place to play. This is going to be a great game for them. So go ahead and give me the Bills. The heel is also going to take the Bills, of course. So give me Buffalo to win this game. I think San Francisco is just kind of they're going through a rough patch. I mean, they have been for the last few weeks now. So give me Buffalo. All right, and our Monday night game is the Browns going into Denver to play the Broncos, and this game doesn't interest me at all. I think Denver, I feel like, has been a better team than Cleveland has. Bo Nix is really coming into himself. I do like what Sean Payton's doing with Bo Nix. I've been saying that all season. The Browns have flashes of good football, but the Broncos have flashes of great football. So give me the Broncos to win this game, in which the heel were back on track for the night for these last two games. And he is also going to take the Broncos to win this game on Monday night. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this week of BG Pick'ems, featuring the Heels picks as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you guys like, follow, comment, subscribe to all these videos. If you like these, continue to watch. And, as we grow this podcast community and this sports podcast, make sure that you are staying up to date, turning the notifications on whenever these videos come out week in and week out. Be on the lookout for more one-on-one with BG episodes after each week of the Bucs games. And until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great Thanksgiving and a very safe holidays. Appreciate you watching. Until next time, peace out.